Have you ever noticed how some people just walk into a room and seem to command respect? Well, it might actually be a lot simpler than you think. A lot of the time, it just comes down to the words they choose. So, today, we're going to dive into 8 smart, simple phrases that can totally change how people see you. Let's get right into it. So just take a second and ask yourself this. Do the words you use every single day build you up, or do they kind of tear you down? It's a really important question because, these tiny little changes in how you speak can lead to absolutely massive shifts in how people perceive you.
Okay, let's look at a super common one. On one side, you've got the standard, "You're welcome." It's polite, sure, but it's a little empty. But then, look at the other side. "It was my pleasure." See that? It's a subtle shift, but it implies that your time, your effort, it has real value, and that you are happy to give it. That one little change completely flips the dynamic.
And this isn't some new age life hack. This idea is actually ancient. The Stoics had a name for it: disciplined speech. They believed that how you speak is a direct reflection of how you think. For them, every single word had weight. So with that in mind, we're going to break down just eight really powerful responses that are going to help you build that presence and confidence in just about any situation you can think of. Ready? Let's do it. All right, first up, a situation we all face constantly. Somebody thanks you for doing something, for putting in a little extra effort. What's the go-to response?
Instead of that automatic, "You're welcome," try swapping it for, "It was my pleasure." Or if it was something bigger, "You can always count on me." When you say that, you're not just being polite, you're sending a clear message that your help is both valuable and reliable.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Man, we've all been here. You're running behind, you rush into a meeting or a dinner, and you're late. What's the very first thing that comes out of your mouth?
It's almost always, "Sorry, I'm late," right? But that immediately puts you on the defensive, in a position of guilt. Instead, try this tiny flip. "Thank you for waiting." It's this amazing psychological pivot. You shift the entire focus from your mistake to their patience. You're turning a negative into a moment of gratitude. It's a game changer.
All right, how about this one? Someone gives you a really genuine compliment. Could be on your work, your outfit, anything. What's that immediate gut reaction for so many of us? It's to just brush it off.
Yeah, we say things like, "Oh, it was nothing," or "this old thing," but instead of deflecting, just accept it. With confidence, a simple "thank you," that means a lot, is perfect. When you accept appreciation like that, you're showing you respect yourself and, just as important, you respect their opinion of you. Here's a great one for anyone who likes to host. You've cooked up a storm, there's a huge meal on the table, and a guest says, "Wow, you made so much food."
And the knee-jerk reaction is to apologize. "Oh, sorry, I think I made too much." But wait, why are you apologizing for being generous? Instead, just own it. Say something warm like, "You deserve to enjoy it." See how that reframes it? It becomes a confident, intentional gift, not something you have to apologize for. Okay, let's switch to a situation that really tests our decisiveness. A friend looks at you and asks the classic question, "So, where do you want to eat?"
It is so easy to just say, "Whatever," or "I don't care," but honestly, that can come across as kind of disinterested. A much stronger move is to say, "You choose, I trust your taste." Now, that isn't being passive, it's actually an act of quiet leadership. You're empowering them while showing that you have confidence in their judgment. All right, next scenario. Imagine you're in a meeting, you're on a new project, and someone puts you on the spot. They ask if you know how to do a specific task, and you've never done it before. Just saying, "I don't know," can feel like hitting a brick wall. It just stops the momentum. But a way more powerful answer is, "I can learn it quickly." This is so important because it shifts the focus. It shows that your willingness to learn is more important than what you already know. You're signaling your potential, not your limitations. And here's a similar but slightly different one. You're just in a conversation and someone asks a question, a fact, and you just draw a total blank. You don't have the answer. Replying with "no idea" just kind of kills the conversation, doesn't it? So try this simple pivot instead. "That's an interesting question. What do you think?" Just like that, you've turned a moment of not knowing into a chance to engage. It shows you're curious, not just ignorant, and it keeps the conversation alive. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of your new verbal toolkit. We've got "It was my pleasure" to show your value. "Thank you for waiting" to flip guilt into gratitude. "Thank you, that means a lot" to accept praise confidently. I trust your taste to show leadership, and I can learn it quickly to signal potential. Every one of these is a powerful little tool for building your presence. You know, all of this really boils down to one powerful, central truth. The way you speak literally shapes how the world responds to you. Every word you say is an opportunity. It's all about being intentional.
So, I'll just leave you with this one question. Looking at this list, which one of these phrases are you going to master first? Pick one. Start today, because mastering your words is really the first step to mastering your entire presence.